Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Review. So I saw The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and all throughout the film I had this one particular question. How could a film that is supposed to be about horror be this funny, intentional, or otherwise? And the main creative forces behind the Conjuring films, the Hayes brothers, they're not writing this particular segment, although the one particular writer who co-wrote it last time around, he's back. James Wan, obviously the man who's responsible for many a franchise, he's gone. Although I think James Wan gets a story by credit here, and his character, who appears in the first two films, is now replaced by Shannon Cook, which is really weird to think about. I get a sense that most franchises, by the time they get to a third installment, seem to run out of ideas. Now, The Conjuring and Devil Made Me Do It is directed by Michael Cheeves, who is responsible for The Curse of La Llorona, or The Weeping Woman. Now, let me confess, I didn't bother to see the Annabelle films, the Nun film, and La Llorona, because I don't care about those particular satellite films. I care about the mainline universe film. And I know there was at least some point interest in making a Crooked Man film. Now, after probably the success of this particular film, we will make that one particular film about this one particular demon. Like all horror films that claim to be based on a true story, this one takes considerable liberties as well with the Arnie Johnson case. Now please look up the Arnie Johnson case, because there's probably some very fascinating material to be had there. Now, unlike the last two installments that were about haunted houses, this one opens up the world, and there's one particular aspect of this film that I happen to like, is the fact that we're now in the 80s and we're starting to get the era of that satanic panic feel that would cultivate in the McMurton case, one of the most expensive trials of the 1980s. As we see, Arnie murders his landlord, I think it is. We also see in the beginning there's one particular homage to The Exorcist, which, again, if you find that particularly memorable, congratulations. There's one particular use of the song Call Me by Blondie, which, hey look, if you find that interesting, congratulations. But all I was just left with, oh yeah, here's a song by Blondie. One of the best aspects of the Conjuring films has always been the relationship between Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, because this time around, they are not immune to the aspects of this case, but he obviously got a heart attack doing an exorcism. You often wonder, will this guy even really slow down at all? I remember this one horror film called The Haunting in Connecticut, which also is purportedly based on an actual case, in which that film gave us the exposition priest. Well, we get an exposition priest here in the form of John Noble. And his exposition really didn't particularly intrigue me at all. Yes, what he says about this one particular prosecutor and his wife, okay, that's indeed sad, and granted, I think everyone probably thinks at some point the Satanists are actually pretty creepy people, although let's face it, Satanism is just another form of worship, even though we're all just sort of like, yeah, you worship the devil. Isn't that kind of odd? Now, of course, at the end of the film, we do get the final showdown between the Warrens and this one occult lady person. And to say that this showdown is basically, well, to say it's a ginormous letdown is an understatement. It's just sort of like, okay, there are no real scares here. I just kept waiting for the scares to happen. I kept waiting for the jump scares. I could time them with absolute certainty. And the guy playing Arnie Johnson, he's a nothing actor. Of course, at the end, you do get the actual photographs, the actual hearing of the exorcism. And it's like, I would love to see a documentary about the Warrens. I really would. If there is, I would like to watch it. And apparently this one case actually inspired another film with Kevin Bacon in it. So in the end, folks, despite all my ranting about this particular film, I'm going to give this a matinee rating because it set out what to do, and I got my enjoyment out of watching this. So, folks, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.